You think comfort is your friend. You think safety is your reward. But let me tell you the truth most people run from. Comfort is the slowest form of death. It does not strike with violence. It does not scream or bleed. It whispers. It lulls you. It wraps itself around you like warm chains, and while you're smiling, while you're at peace, it begins to rot the core of who you are. Pain, on the other hand, is brutal. Pain is merciless. Pain tears at you, makes you doubt everything, and strips you of illusions. It takes away your false securities. It burns through the soft layers you hide behind. But here's the dark secret. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the fire that forges. Pain is the storm that strengthens the roots. Pain is the hand that drags you, screaming, toward the truth of what you're capable of. Comfort is decay. Pain is growth. And you must decide which one you will choose before time makes the choice for you. Pain is the most honest teacher you will ever know. It never lies. It never flatters. When your body aches under the weight of discipline, that pain is telling you, here is your limit. Do you dare break it? When your heart is shattered by loss, that pain is telling you, this is what it means to love something mortal. Can you endure it? Or will you collapse? Pain strips the world of illusion. There are no masks in suffering, no disguises in the fire. Pain forces you to see who you truly are. Comfort, though, comfort is deceit. Comfort tells you, rest, you've done enough. Comfort whispers, you deserve this, until days turn into years and your spirit has been smothered by softness. Comfort is the gentle hand that slowly suffocates your potential. It convinces you that tomorrow is guaranteed, that there will always be more time, and so you waste your life in small doses, never realizing that the slow poison has already taken root. If pain is the sound of chains breaking, comfort is the silence of rusted iron tightening. We are born into suffering. That is not a punishment, it is a law. The first cry of a newborn is pain. The first breath burns the lungs. Life begins with struggle. And yet, what do we spend our years chasing? Comfort, ease, escape from the very thing that forged us. We spend our lives running back into the arms of the very poison that weakens us, as though death itself will forget our names if we stay soft enough, quiet enough, safe enough. But the truth is brutal. Death is always watching. Death does not sleep. And every day you choose comfort over pain. You walk closer to the grave without ever truly having lived. You think you're avoiding suffering, but really you're avoiding life. Suffering gives you substance. Comfort hollows you out. Suffering teaches you detachment, the kind that no one can break. A man who has suffered knows he can lose everything and still stand. A woman who has suffered knows she can be abandoned, betrayed, forgotten, and still rise. Pain teaches you that you are not your possessions, not your relationships, not even your fleeting emotions. You are the will that remains when all else is stripped away. Comfort does the opposite. Comfort makes you cling. It makes you weak, terrified of loss. The more you have, the more you fear losing. The softer your life, the more brittle your spirit. Comfort ties you to illusions until you are owned by them. You don't possess comfort. Comfort possesses you. There is a silence that comes with suffering, a silence most cannot endure. In that silence, there are no distractions, no shallow pleasures to cover the wound. There is only you and your pain. And in that confrontation, you learn what cannot be taught in books or whispered by false friends. You learn endurance. You learn presence. You learn that silence itself is a weapon, and that your mind can survive storms no one else can see. But comfort hates silence. Comfort is always noise, constant distraction, endless entertainment, shallow escapes that keep you from ever hearing your own thoughts. Comfort keeps you deaf to the truth of who you are. Because if you ever truly faced yourself, you'd realize how much of your life you've already surrendered. Discipline, too, is a form of chosen suffering, and make no mistake, discipline is pain. Discipline is denying the easy path. Discipline is waking up when your body begs to rest. Discipline is saying no to indulgence, no to laziness, no to the comfort that calls to you every hour of every day. But that pain, that refusal, it is what builds the fortress inside you. Discipline makes you unshakable. Discipline makes you dangerous. Comfort despises discipline. Comfort will whisper just this once. Comfort will laugh, what difference does it make? Comfort will tell you that one skipped day, one small indulgence, is nothing. But comfort is not a single day. Comfort is a seed. And that seed, watered daily with excuses, grows into a forest that chokes the life out of your potential. Remember this, you will die. One day soon you will stop breathing. One day soon your body will lie in silence and the world will go on without you. What then will you leave behind? Memories of how comfortable you were, tales of how safe you played it, or will they speak of your resilience, of your unbreakable will, of the scars you bore proudly because you chose the harder path? Mortality is not something to fear, it is something to use. When you embrace death, when you accept that your time is short, comfort loses its power. You stop clinging. You stop begging for safety. You stop wasting days in softness because you know every hour matters. Pain, then, becomes not something to flee, but something to embrace, because it reminds you that you are alive. You will be tempted, again and again, to choose ease, to say, not today, I've earned a break. And sometimes, rest is necessary. But never confuse rest with comfort. Rest restores you. Comfort weakens you. Rest sharpens the blade. Comfort lets it rust. Rest is a pause before the next battle. Comfort is surrender. The Stoics understood this. They embraced hardship not because they were masochists, but because they knew that hardship was the only true training ground for the soul. They practiced poverty. They denied themselves pleasure. They confronted death. Not to suffer needlessly, but to become unbreakable. They understood that to avoid pain is to avoid becoming who you were meant to be. So ask yourself right now, are you alive or are you just comfortable? Are you being built or are you slowly being destroyed? You know the answer. You feel it in the quiet moments. You feel it when you wake up and realize another day has passed in the blur of ease. Another day wasted in softness. Deep down, you already know that comfort is killing you. The choice is before you, every single day. Pain or comfort, fire or decay, growth or rot. And though comfort feels sweet in the moment, pain will give you something comfort never can. Strength, clarity, freedom. Do not fear pain. Fear comfort. Fear the couch that holds you prisoner. Fear the easy path that leads you nowhere. Fear the silence filled with distractions instead of truth. Fear the slow death of a spirit that once wanted to conquer mountains but now settles for the smallest of pleasures. Because when the end comes, and it will, you will not remember the days of comfort. You will not take pride in the moments you chose ease. But you will remember the nights you endured. You will remember the struggles you survived. You will remember the pain that did not destroy you, but instead carved you into something eternal. So choose pain, not because it is pleasant, not because it is easy, but because it is real, because it is honest, because it will break you down into the raw material of who you are and give you the chance to rise again, stronger, sharper, more unshakable than before. Comfort will lull you into nothingness. Pain will build you into someone who can face the darkness of life and still walk forward without fear. And in the end, that is the only choice that matters. Final words, comfort is death disguised as peace. Pain is life disguised as suffering. If you wish to be alive, truly alive, then you must walk into the fire willingly. Let it scar you, let it shape you, let it make you dangerous. And when death finally comes, you will not meet it as a fragile soul begging for one more comfortable day. You will meet it as a warrior who has already lived.